I found someone who has never played chess in their entire life and I gave them 30 minutes to actually learn chess. After that, we played a real game, and what happened, I genuinely didn't expect. I am the max player, currently grinding from 1300 to 2000 elo, but today, instead of playing ranked match, I'm going to be testing something. Can someone actually learn chess in 30 minutes? So my student today is actually going to be anonymous, never played chess before. Zero experience. Let's introduce our protagonist student here. So what's your name?
Cloud.
Cloud, yeah, bro, it's Cloud, the classic chess inspiration Cloud. Your rating is what exactly?
It's 400.
Yeah, it's 400. Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much skip the basic pawn moves, one step, 9 moves, and a horse step, stuff like that. I'll go to the main juicy stuff now, which is gonna be board vision. That's pretty much separates the beginners who just know how to move the pieces and how to move to actually board vision. So that's how we're gonna start from there. So now pretty much before you make each move, you need to ask yourself 2 things. 1, what are they threatening? And 2, is my move actually safe? That's pretty much it. For example, game of chess is not actually a selfish game. It's a game where you kind of look at how your opponent is gonna play. Take for this, for example, now I want to ask you, Cloud, what do you think white is threatening?
He is threatening a fork of the queen and rook.
Okay, good. At least you spotted the bishop move here and the knight move also too. So do you know any way to defend that?
In this position, block the bishop. Probably I'd move the pawn in front of the bishop.
So the pawn on which square exactly?
E5.
E5, yes. Yes, that's the defensive move to defend it. I'll give you like a tops for saying that. Some people may not even like acknowledge the threat. They may just, play like bishop and development and stuff like that, which is not actually good. But at least you spotted board vision. Now the board vision are kind of pretty broad. That is just like one aspect of it. Another aspect is knowing where your pieces are, because that's really what makes the difference. For example, let's say you're playing some people that plays blindfolded and stuff like that. Yeah, so like the reason why they actually know those things, because they know where those pawns or where those pieces are on that particular square. The third is gonna be on check and checkmate. We're gonna look for some crazy puzzles on this check and checkmate. Let me set a position. Do you know to checkmate with some pieces like king and queen?
I looked at this, but I kind of forgot the order.
Okay. Oh,
I know you're supposed to just keep the king in a box and make the box smaller with every move.
Yeah. So pretty much this is the idea. The idea is that you cut off the king, so like give it a kind of square that it doesn't move forward. Okay, that's the idea. You cut off the king so that it doesn't move forward. So pretty much like a sandwich. So the 2 kings are gonna be the 2 bread, while the rook in the middle is gonna be like whatever, maybe jello or peanut butter in between. So that's the idea. So wherever the king moves, let's say the king move all the way here, you just move the rook all the way to the back. If the king trying to move downwards, you just cut the square again. That's how you're gonna keep going. So either he moves left, if he moves left, you just try and move the king. Just try and make sure that the king comes closer. So pretty much you want a dream position is that we have something like this on the same line. Remember, don't put your king in front of your opponent's king. You want your opponent's king to put in front of your own king. Why? Because when you do this, you can then throw in a check like this, and then you can't move here, you can't move here, you can't move here. Okay, then he has to come down. So we're gonna do the same thing, repeat the pattern. And when he has something like this, for example, let's say we have something like this, and the king comes here, just walk into a checkmate like this. So that was pretty much the idea. Do you know how to do with the queen and the king?
I do know how to do it with the queen.
Yeah, that's basic.
It might not be the fastest way possible, but we can get it done.
Yeah. The idea is just to move it in a what we call, so in a dream position. You want to play something like this. You know the way knight moves like this. So whenever the king moves to you, you just do the same thing, like a knight's shadow. Behave like a knight until it reaches the last square. When it reaches the last square, you then move the king. When this move, sorry, you can move there. When this move, the same thing, and you're working your checkmate there. Lastly, one I was pretty much talk about is simple opening ideas. Pawns in the middle, bring out your pawns, develop your minor pieces, knight before bishops, okay? Because like bishops are like long range pieces, and you know you want to put your long range pieces on open files. Now let's say this happens like this, and then I play bishop here. After you've done that, you want your castle. It could be king side, it could be queen side, whatever that's optional, that's free for you. And then if this happens, for example, you just bring out the other pieces, bring them to the party, because that's the only way you're gonna win the game. Because if you have more pieces into active squares, this is gonna be very important. And then the important rule, the last rule that no one actually tells you, is that before every game, like I said, number one, asked why did they play that? Number two, what do they want you to do? And number three, what are they trying to do? Remember, you want to play active chess, not passive chess. You need to look at it. Do I really need to move? Do I really need to change my position? So that's just pretty much one habit that changes all of the games. So yeah, do you have any questions?
What kind of openings do you prefer?
Yeah.
What kind of openings should I be looking into?
Pretty much at beginner level, I wouldn't actually recommend you play openings. I won't actually allow you to play openings, putting pieces on active squares and then castling and launching on your attack. Let me just check your account. Let me look at your games. I'll notice that some of your tactics, pretty much what is missing there. Okay, let's see your recent game, the one that you lost. Let me just check it out. Your opponent played e4. Okay, good. You played d4. That is Scandinavian defense. I don't know if you know that opening well.
I know a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. Okay, see, okay.
I've watched a few videos on it.
Okay. Now you realize that you just give your opponent a free pawn like 2 times. Okay. Why did you take the pawn on the 6th move? You didn't take the pawn on the 6th move. Instead, you push the pawn instead. Okay, at least you took the other pawn. That's still okay. Okay. Now your opponent hung his knight. I don't know if he took that. Oh, you later took the pawn. You didn't see the knight move. So like I said, the last move of your opponent is very crucial. Your opponent played knight c3, and your pawn was literally there to capture it. You see what I mean? So like I said that you don't actually need to know openings. You just need to know tactics. You just need to know those little pains and stuff like that. Remember. So your opponent hung a knight, but he said you guys traded knight instead. Okay. I mean, castling. Okay, another thing, you castled queen side. That king is literally kind of exposed, at least in my opinion, my little opinion. King side castle a little bit better. Yeah, see, now he threw in the check. Oh, he could have moved the king inside. You have moved the king actually, because now knight is kind of pinned. He has no movement. Okay, now you throw in your own check. Okay, same thing. Okay, did you trade bishops? Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Check. Good. Now this is for king and the rook. Let's see where the king moves to. Okay, move one step. Okay. Now that pawn on d5 was actually hanging. Did you take it? Yes, you did. I wonder how you lost this game. You literally winning though.
No, I completely missed something here. Yeah, there was just a checkmate.
Yeah,
because his rook saw the b2 pawn, and I didn't realize that.
You could literally even play this move if you want to. You could play this and try and threaten something like that. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, see, now would you say this game was based on opening?
No, that's kind of, the middle and end game were more important.
Yeah, they're pretty more important. So like I said, like I can stress that fact, you don't really need to play openings like that. You just need to know active skills and stuff like that. Like me, so far I've been playing e4. I'm actually an e4 player, but that doesn't mean that, you know, sometimes when my opponent plays something that I don't know, I lose the game, I'll go check it out and you know, add to my knowledge. So that's pretty much how you kind of grow and improve. I think when you're like a little bit higher, then you can start learning openings like let's say Sicilian or any other openings though. But me, I kind of recommend you to, for now, at least for now, just, you know, work on pin tactics, those little chess tactics, and then you then move into opening. And when you move to openings, you don't need to know like 100 openings. You don't need to know like pretty much one for black and one for white, and know it like really well, like you know your name. What are the common things that people usually play on that opening? So that's just pretty much it. We're gonna play a game. So I don't know what time format will be convenient for you.
We'll go rapid time.
We go rap. Good. I love that. So pretty much for my beginner, since I should play him right now, it's gonna be a little bit hard. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a chessboard so that it's a little bit easy for him, because if we try immediately play with him, I'm gonna look for a board that's pretty much of his skill level. Let us use Jimmy for example. Let me rotate the board so that we can use him. Okay, Jimmy throws in a check. Remember, this bot is like adaptive, so I want to see how, he kind of approaches the situation. I really don't understand that move. I will never play that move in my own real game. I'll bring my knight castle and go for an attack. That's just pretty much how I play. I'm giving a lot of free points here, actually. I hope he's able to capitalize on it. I really hope he wins this game though. So how is it going?
Looks okay so far. I've mostly just kicked a bishop and developed in the center.
Remember what we talked about? Bring your knight, bring your bishop, castle, the king. At least let the king be safe. Nice. I'm giving you a lot of tempo. I'm giving you a lot of time for you to bring out your pieces. So what's going through your head now? What move do you want to play that's going through your head? Nice. Let's play here. Good. Exactly what I'll play. Let's check out the center.
I kind of want to pin something, king. Probably that night.
Well, I can't castle, so I don't think, yeah.
We'll go for that.
Now that your pieces are kind of developed, what you want to do is that you want to bring your rooks to the open file.
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking maybe queen d7 first.
You said queen d7 and you played queen e7.
E7, yeah, my bad, e7. I wanted that file.
Let's see how you're going to spot it. Are you going to spot it? Is our player, is Bon Cloud going to spot this? Yes, he spotted it. Nice. The knight was pretty much hanging because I had no pieces there to protect. Okay, now you're pretty much winning like up 4 points of material. Why didn't you take the bishop? It was literally there for the taking.
It was.
You didn't like realize it or
You
whatever.
could have taken my pawn there too.
Nah, bishop has like 3 points, so I won't take that. Let's see. Are you gonna spot something? It may be a little bit hard, but I don't know if you're gonna say it. I mean, when you're up, like.
I mean, there's the check.
Yeah.
Why don't I just take your bishop?
But I'm pretty much gonna move the king, so bishop you can't actually take the bishop because the rook will be protecting
Oh yeah, because the rook. Yeah.
But what could happen though is to double up your rooks, because it's good that you double up your rooks on the open file.
Oh wait. What does that check do?
Just like,
yeah, bring the rooks together.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's the main idea there. Now you can give your check and do your what else. Oh, could you give me a check? You give me a check with your rook.
What?
Yeah. Yes. I only have one square to move to. Is he gonna see the mate? Let's see. Remember, my king currently can't move anywhere. There's no legal move for my king to move. Yes. Good. I mean,
it take longer than
yeah. Not bad though. I mean, not bad. Like I had some pieces I gave you, and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I also hope you just use that. Like I said, your up material, trade pieces, because the less your pieces your opponents have, the more that is good for you. And yeah, actually chess is not actually that hard. You just know the fundamentals, and maybe unless like you're top, like you're up, then you could say it's hard. But currently it's not pretty much that hard. You just put your opponents under under pressure, and they'll break. You break. Yeah, at your rating.
No, I want to do one more game.
Yeah, play one more game.
Try your
Okay.
absolute best.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna use what's it called? We're gonna use a higher rate.
Let's E4.
We're gonna use a higher butts instead. A little bit higher. Let's try these butts. Nah, that's locked. Let's use a beginner butts. We could try this 400 rated butts. Yeah, let's try this. Let's just go 700. No, 400 should be okay. I don't want to go too extreme for him.
You there?
I am there. Let me just I think I play as white. My opponent's white. I play as white. Yeah. Okay.
All right, there we go.
There we go. Oh, I see. I think this is more. This is like a more cleaner game. Is that what I think? Okay, 2 nights. 2 night variation. Okay. I mean, you bury your knights, you bury your pawns. There's still one more before you castle. Nice. Now you're threatening to castle. Okay, you took the bishop. Now I'm going to take with the queen instead. Sure. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Yes, you could attack my queen instead. And my queen is losing tempo. Can you imagine? You were so focused. You didn't remember my last move. Do you know what you just did? You just blundered. Did you notice? Oh, Bone Cloud. You didn't.
I don't know. What did I do?
If you take back like the last move when you attack my queen, what did I play? If you go back,
You probably got the knight out. Yeah.
yeah, but your last move was to attack my queen, and you removed your knight. Why?
Oh,
You,
you should attack it again.
no, like your pawn was already attacking the queen.
Yeah.
On the last move, you could have taken it.
I honestly didn't expect you to just give it away.
I mean, like, I'm trying to play like your rating, so you could see things like that in your games. Well, at least you.
That mostly is the reason for my games going bad. Yes,
Yeah.
I just don't see something. It's.
I won't say you didn't say. I'll say that you didn't like expect it. I think that's more better. You didn't expect it, like expect that to happen. Okay. Nice. Now you're doubling up my pawn structure. Okay. Now you have 2 options for your phone castle. Depends on where you would like to castle. Nice. Bring some damage with the queen. Okay. Ooh. I see. Oh no. You missed mate.
Not me.
You could have taken the pawn on f7 because your knight was there. You could have checkmate me like in literally one move.
Was that me?
On the last move. No. Okay. Well. You're right. Okay. My bad. I didn't see that. But it was kind of forced though. You could have given me check. Castle. Yeah. Okay. All good so far. Let's train a check. My pieces are kind of flying a lot. Okay, let's move here. I mean, your uptime, like your time pressure is kind of high. Okay. Uh-oh. I need to take the bishop.
Oh yeah.
Now.
Oh yeah, the rook.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
The bishop was literally there for the taking. When you give a check, the bishop was not even attacked at all. But you're still winning though, you're still winning. Let's see. Bring the second rook to the party. Yes, yes. Let's play here. Okay. Move over here. Now at this point, you could cut off my king escape square. Currently now I can move to a5. So I don't know, can you think of a move, a pawn move, that when you play the move, I can move to that particular square?
right. That's a good idea. And
I literally only have a bishop left. Statistically speaking, I should be down lost. Okay. I'm trying to make it very easy. Now you could actually check me with the king and queen and rook if you want to now, but it could also be okay if you want to promote to a queen and do a ladder mate. Whatever, you could pick anyone you want to do. Okay. Next time you should move your rook a little bit far away from me.
yeah. We'll just go over here.
Okay, nice. Let's play here. Over here. Wow, really remove that. You really gonna clear all my pawns. No escape for me at all. Let us hope you didn't go for a stalemate. Remember, your rook is cutting me off, so you pretty much don't even have to. Okay. Yes. Now you have free pass pawns. There's actually no need for that. There's literally no need for it. I leave the rook where you was. Now I can attack the rook again if I want to. But let's just play it for fun. You still don't have to move the knight. You could just cut squares again for the king.
So my idea here is to just put the rook here on the e file and then promote all three of these pawns.
Okay. Nice idea. Okay. Yeah, now I can't even move to the E file to stop anyone. Just don't be a little bit carried away and try and lose your piece. You know that before, I could have said you could have played your rook to E7 to cut squares, so I only have one square to go, but now that isn't possible anymore.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to promote a lot of queens here.
Okay.
So I don't want stalemate. You need breathing room.
Okay.
So he goes in the corner now.
Okay. You could literally force checkmate now. You know the ladder mates. Okay. I love the idea.
It'll be a masterclass in not stalemating with this many queens.
Okay. I think it is the first time you have like 3 queens on the board. Yeah, you soon have 3 queens on the board. Or you've done it before?
Oh, I've done it a lot.
Ah, okay.
I do it sometimes to bully people when I beat them too much. And they won't resign.
They won't resign. Classic. I just hope you don't stalemate though. But let's see.
I got this. Everything goes down here.
Okay. Let's go here.
We're gonna bring this down here too.
Wow. Yep, I'm really down on time. Let's see. At least it's a good thing though. Puts him under time pressure. Okay. This is where it's gonna get a little bit tricky. All your moves have to be forced. Checks now, so you don't fall into the stalemate. Okay, 3 queens on the board. Wow. Triple achievement. Wow, I forgot about you have a last pawn. I didn't even see that. Hopefully, I'm going to flag before you even have a chance to finish.
Okay. It's currently unflaggable. Too many diagonals.
Like, just have to be really careful though. Okay.
Oh, I lost one.
Yeah. And sold you 4. And sold the 4. That was actually my only move to move actually, so that's why I couldn't take it.
Okay.
How you gonna do this meet now? Okay, you wanna do diagonal instead? Like, this is so really unnecessary. Like, you could have win me like since I don't know this trolling. I really don't understand this trolling. Oh, finally. Finally. I mean, this is a little bit better than at least last game, I think. Yeah.
I successfully avoided stalemate.
Yeah.
So up 32.
Yes, you're up.
That counts for something.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I think we've learned a thing or two, and I wish you hope on your chess journey.
Alright, it was a good game.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So yeah, that's the video, and if you want to see me climb it through my rating ladder, you can subscribe for it, and yeah, and drop your rating down in the comments, beginner or not. I want to know what rating you're in. Remain mysterious.